Hey everyone, my name is Bobby Erickson. I'm the executive director of BT Munchies Farm in Yuma, Arizona. And today I want to talk about a personal topic to my family and I that we have some experience in. If you happen to read the news today, if you're in the food industry, you might have heard this, but the FDA actually banned red dye 3 in foods. It's going to take a couple of years before you really see it off the shelves and so forth, but it's a really important first step. Of the red dyes. There's the red dye 3. I'm also going to touch on red dye 40. I'm going to share just my screen here real quick to show. This was a Google search. If you just put in red dye 3 and you click on the news tab, you can see all the different news articles that are in here. Now, I'm not going to go into what red dye 3 is and what these say. I'll let you do that. I definitely recommend for anybody to read these and kind of understand what's going on. But I wanted to mention red dye 40 as well, because it's great that red dye 3 is being banned by the FDA, but we have a 5-year-old son and we have taken red dye 40 out of his diet, and it has just changed his world. So I'm going to share my screen again here, go to the next tab. And I wanted to share with you just some quick, if you type in Google and do red dye 40 effects on children, here you go. Here's just a list of things that it has on effects. There's an overview right here. And then, I mean, there's a bunch of articles that you can just see here as well. And so our personal story with red dye 40 is our son, he was really struggling. This was a couple years ago. He's now 5. He has a heart condition. It's called tetralogy of Fallot, or TOF. He had to actually have open heart surgery at 4 months old. And so, in that, there's a lot of complications that go along with it. And one of them it took many trials and errors, was red dye 40 was affecting him. And it was amazing once we eliminated it from his diet of what happened. And how we learned about it was my wife was doing research on it. And I'll go to the next tab. And if you just Google red dye 40 group, facebook.com, you could actually see there's dedicated groups to this. And this is where my wife started researching. And just right here, this top group, there's 5,000 followers. Here's somebody that shared a personal story. This is just straight off of Google. I'm not even logged into Facebook right now, but you could just see how people are commenting on here. Just got to say, red dye 40 is seriously insane. And I couldn't agree more with them. It's really crazy at once we eliminated red dye 40 from our child's diet, of just he could focus again. The behavior issues, he acts out when he's on red dye 40, he'll act out. And so here's another Google search that I did, common foods with red dye 40 in them. And look, you can see just all of these candies that have it, all the dairy products, the baked goods, the cereals, the snacks, the drinks, the condiments. And you're a busy parent, you got a busy lifestyle. That's something that, you tend to give to your kids, especially in those busy lifestyles. And if you have young children, if you're a grandparent around younger children, there's behavior things. I really recommend to look at their diet. The minute we took red dye 40 out of our son's diet, his world got so much better. And it's really amazing at you really start understanding your child's of how they act and how they do certain things. And when you eliminate that, it's like, oh my goodness, his behavior got so much better. He could focus a little bit better. And what's really crazy is I can tell when he comes home, or if he's at school and so forth, and he got into some red dye, you can always tell. Now, it's not instant. It takes a little bit of time. Sometimes it's not even until the next day. But then you start talking about, hey, what'd you have recently? It'll turn into, you can usually figure out, oh, we got some Skittles in us. Of course, there's red dye 40 in that. And it doesn't take much. A hot dog. There's the red hot dogs that you can buy at the store. The very last ingredients, red dye 40. We give him a hot dog and it has that red dye 40. We knew right away the next day that he had some red dye in him. Look at those hot dogs and you could see that there's red dye 40 in them. So my wife and I were very, very vigilant at when we're grocery shopping. We are those parents that we're looking at those labels, we're seeing there, and if there's any sort of dyes in them, we don't buy it. It's also made us learn so much more about our own diet, about processed food. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we started up Beachy Munchies Farm was because we've learned through this. We want to share our stories and we want to get other people to share their stories. And we want people to connect on food. And, we don't have to live in this processed world. We can make up our own good, delicious food. You could have a garden and do all these things that could really help your children, help yourself out, and eliminate those red dyes. So, this was just a personal story that I wanted to share. I saw that the red dye 3 was officially banned by the FDA today, and I thought, man, this would be a great time to just bring up red dye 40. It's our first time mentioning it here at Beachy Munchies Farm. You're probably going to see even more videos about it and just hear me talk about it more with our child, just because it made such an impact when we removed the red dye out of his diet. Instant improvement. I mean, we could tell right away. So yeah, that's a little bit about my family and I and kind of what we've been through. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you will subscribe or follow us wherever you're seeing this out on social media. And we're going to be doing a lot more. We're going to be talking about a lot more food and we're going to be sharing more recipes. I shared one just yesterday. So I hope you guys will connect with us and I really appreciate your time. Thank you.